I'm a 56-year-old rural gun-owning white guy. If Kamala Harris thinks I'll vote for her, I already did. From the time I was 0 to 12, I lived with my mom, and we moved all over the place. And I have the great privilege to have attended kindergarten, at least part of kindergarten, in Jamestown, New York. If you happen to know a woman that was a kindergarten teacher back then in Jamestown, tell her I said thank you. And if you happen to know Jeff or Steve Magera, tell them I said hi and I hope they're well. They were my stepbrothers. Anyway, I say I had the great privilege to have attended kindergarten there because I swear I learned more about the beginnings of our country in that partial kindergarten year than my kids did in 13 years in regular school. See, out here in the West, like Colorado, we didn't become a state until 1876. And the education about the beginnings of our country, it's just not as much a part of our culture. You folks back east, you should treasure that. Anyway, it's that early education, and as I grew, I continued to have a love and fascination for what I learned in kindergarten. That's what makes me wonder how it could possibly be true that Pennsylvania could be a state that might go for Trump. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute to me, because Philadelphia is the birthplace of American democracy. It was our first nation's capital. And you can go to Philadelphia and see Independence Hall and the Benjamin Franklin Museum and where Betsy Ross lived. And there's so much about the beginning of our country right there in Philadelphia. And voting for Trump, well, that's like, pardon the phraseology or whatever, but it's like pissing on our history. That's why I can't imagine somebody from Pennsylvania voting for Trump, let alone enough of them to give him the state. So if you're in Pennsylvania and you're thinking about doing that, well, I encourage you to take a drive over to Philadelphia, or if it's too far away, jump online and take a virtual tour and think about the importance of the area you live in. Think about the statement you would be making if you gave to Donald Trump the power that he wants to wreck the Constitution. Think about what that says about your ancestors that have been in Pennsylvania for generations upon generations. And if you're not originally from Pennsylvania, well, go and check that stuff out and gain an appreciation for where you are. Anyway, good day.